What is up, everybody? It is your boys back again with another episode of Franchise Tagged Fantasy Football Podcast. If you're new here, click the sub button, hit the notification bell. That way you guys know every time we drop new content. If you're old, just leave a like, rating, and comment. You know, that's what we need. It's really what we need. So, boys, today we are doing a running back tier list, and I'm going to preface this before everyone starts going crazy in the comments like they always do. This is for fantasy purposes, not overall real NFL running back value, but fantasy running back tier list. We're going to stack them S through F, and we're going to see where they fall. But before we get into that, any news and notes?
Yeah, Treylon Burks sprained his LCL, so week 1 might be in question. So That's about it, though.
Does that move the needle for DeAndre Hopkins for you at all?
No, he stayed the same for me.
It's still real low for me, too.
I wouldn't say it's low.
Real low. Feel like I'm playing limbo with DeAndre Hopkins.
I'd be comfortable with him being my wide receiver, too.
Well, that works. So, obviously, it's still training camp, joint practices, lots of fights, people getting set down or set out of practice because of getting in fights. But other than that, Treylon Burks is really the only news as of today, which happens to be Thursday. Newsflash, we record a day early. Oh, excuse me, this is Wednesday. So if anything drops Thursday, look for Brennan to probably post that on TikTok, or one of us will update on Twitter. But that's pretty much it, dude. What do you say we jump into it? I'm ready to get you guys' thoughts on these players.
Hey, don't call me a thought. I'm not a thought.
I didn't say you were a thought. All right, guys. So running back tier list, S through F. I added an A+ category because some people might be a little bit better than others, but not necessarily elite. And there's 47 players here. They're alphabetical order, so we're just going to go down the list as they go. Ezekiel Elliott, obviously, he's known as Zeke, so he's at a Z, so he's at the back. But up first and foremost, for fantasy purposes, as I remind you guys, we have Aaron Jones. Where would you rank Aaron Jones in this list?
I want to start kind of hot right now. I think he's going to get a lot of work. I'm going to put him in the A category right now.
Brennan?
Yeah, I'm fringe like A, but I feel very, very, very comfortable with him being a B. I can see him being A, but I feel more comfortable B.
Okay.
He might be the back end of the A then.
Okay. So like we did in the last tier list, we'll go top to bottom, that rank, and then we'll go left to right, best in that category to worst in that category.
All right.
So AJ Dillon is
you have him as A though, Aaron?
I do have him as A, yes.
Okay.
Yep. Next up, we have AJ Dillon.
D. Probably C. Realistically, he's probably going to finish in the C tier of running backs.
So this is either A starting running back, or B, in kind of the murky or joint backfields. 1, 2. Some teams have 3 running backs in this category. So that's kind of why AJ Dillon's on this list. So Brennan, where do you think he falls?
I'll probably put him. It's like the back end of the C list.
I would say high end D, back end C. So I think
that's where I'm sitting.
We're all in agreement. A new starting running back for the Minnesota Vikings, Alexander Mattison.
I mean, he has no competition. I mean, he's going to get all the touches and be a bell cow. So, I mean, you can put him B. You can put him B right now.
I would be okay with B. That's as high as I can put him as B.
I'd say back end A. I don't have him better than Aaron Jones, so he can't go.
He would be the fringe of that. Yeah.
Yep.
And Kareem Hunt signs there. He moves immediately to F.
I would say he stays at B, but they both might go B, C tier.
No.
Yeah.
Kareem Hunt's on this list, so we'll figure out what's going on with that.
Where do you put him?
Exactly. Next up, 3-game suspension, Alvin Kamara.
3 games means probably B.
B.
I would agree with that.
I put him ahead
of top of B.
Yeah.
There you go. Antonio Gibson.
He's C. He's ahead of AJ Dillon.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
AJ Dillon's going to go to D.
Austin Eckler. I think we might have our first S here, right?
Yeah.
Very much so.
Yes.
Fantasy purposes, Austin Eckler. Bijan Robinson.
Why even ask?
Don't you
dare.
Yeah,
don't you dare. He is.
I think me and Brennan are on the same page here. Up next,
are we smoking drugs on this show? Please put him in S.
No.
2 versus 3, we win.
Yeah. No.
That's why we have an odd number checks and balances, Ray. All
This
right.
is ridiculous.
Brees Hall, just fresh off the puff. Brees Hall,
Can we just do it with his backfield by himself? Can we do that?
backfield by himself, A+ for sure. But he has Dalvin there, who's also on this list. So
The highest of C's that could be maybe a B.
I'm saying
he's in between. He's in between B and C. Like that's where I'm comfortable. Actually, he should be. He should be B.
He
really
should be, yes.
okay.
But then, like Dalvin Cook, how much does he get? Does he get 50%? If he gets 50%,
We'll see. We get to revise our list as we go, boys. That's the good thing about running this is we get to do what we want. Cam Akers.
gross.
I mean, he's by himself in that backfield, so he's B for me. I mean, I'd put him.
Have a lot of
I put him
Bs.
ahead. I put him behind Madison. That's where I'd put him at.
Okay. All right, Christian McCaffrey.
It's a 101.
There it is.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
There it is. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Just
Can we
because
put him
no one knows
below?
what's going on.
D.
Can we just put him F?
Yeah, we could start him
F.
with an F and
Yeah.
move from there.
All right, Dalvin Cook.
C.
Oh, just off the rip, C.
I
That's
mean,
right.
he's super talented, but like, how much work is he going to get? How comfortable do you feel taking him?
How much does he have left in the tank? I don't like him at B. I don't like it there.
I'd rather have Antonio Gibson than Dalvin Cook, but I'd rather have Dalvin Cook than AJ Dillon. So
Yeah.
that's where I'm.
I don't
Agreed?
know about the.
Yeah,
I'm fine with that right now.
Okay.
It's negligible.
Can anyone tell me this next player?
Damian Pierce.
There you go. I've got them all memorized, but I want to start playing the quiz with you guys too, if you know who
All
they
right.
are. Where are we putting Damian Pierce?
The first C.
Yeah, he's the first C, and I think he's
The
going to stay there.
first C. Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody know this one?
Damian Harris.
There you go. Where are we
He's
putting
D.
Damian Harris?
Yeah,
He's a
probably D.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Ray? Player name?
Right now, DeAndre Swift is by himself, according to you, because Rashad Penny might not make the team.
That's
I haven't seen that. I have never
News
seen that.
news on the street.
News on Franchise Tag Fantasy Football from Aaron at Franchise Tag Fantasy Football.
Yeah.
If he's by himself,
He's
man,
not
he's
going
got
to
to
be,
be in
though.
B. He's got to be in B.
This young man down here at the bottom, Kenneth Gainwell, is also still on the roster.
Could Kenneth Gainwell get any burn with Miles Sanders there? I would
Yes.
imagine DeAndre Swift is a better version of Miles Sanders.
Brennan?
I put he's in between. I don't like Swift.
I think he's
in
top
between
of the
B and
C.
Yeah,
I think he's top C.
Yeah.
That's fine. I think he's at the back
For
of the
fantasy
B.
purposes, I think he's top C. Ray says
Okay.
back B, so
Mhm.
we're kind of even there.
Yeah.
David Montgomery.
I have him in between. I'd rather have Swift than Montgomery, but I'd rather have Montgomery than Pierce.
Okay.
See, I don't know if I do, but that's fine. Keep
Nope.
keep going.
Say your,
Just good
say your
goal
piece,
line
Ray.
over Detroit. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, just I think he's fine right there for right now. We'll probably
Okay.
move it around.
Excuse me, Derrick Henry.
I put him in the S tier. He's the last one.
He's
of the
got to
S
be
tier,
at
in my
least
opinion.
A+.
As I say, he has to be at least an A+.
Yeah, at least.
I put him if you're gonna put him in the A+, he's ahead of Bijan. So.
Oh, for sure, yeah. But we'll
Yeah.
reevaluate when the S tier comes to an end. See where we're at.
Don't even.
Devin
do it.
Singletary.
You guys are really
just
chapping
signed-
my ass right now. Let me tell you.
Devin Singletary just signed with the Texans.
Go ahead and just put him in F tier and leave him there.
No, he's D. He's gonna get work. They brought him over. That Damian Pierce has no ties with the GM there. They brought Singletary over for a reason. He is gonna get some work. I put him ahead of Damian Harris right now, just because Damian
See-
Harris is practicing.
I personally think that he should be back into the C category.
Oh, you think?
No.
Oh no.
For fantasy
about that.
viable purposes, yes, I believe he should.
Oh,
be.
The
I don't-
Texans are going to be chasing the whole time. You think that Devin Singletary is getting burned? No way.
I think he's a better receiver than Pierce. I think if I had to imagine who's a third down back, it'd
You
be
made my argument for me, Ray.
I don't think that's the case. I don't.
Can anybody
believe
tell me
that.
this player?
No, and
Devon A-Chain.
Brennan is the man right now.
that's
I put him at the head of the D tier. I mean, I don't know what's going on in Miami.
Yeah,
If I'm
it's
gonna
weird.
gamble, yeah, I'll take him ahead of Singletary and Damian Harris, I guess.
Okay.
Just
will say that
gambling.
I will say that I like having a little bit of Devin A-Chain at the end of my drafts if I can find him there, if I can get him, towards the end. I like taking a shot. He's got home run ability all day long. So I like that,
Okay. Let's see here. Can anybody tell me this player? I know who it is, but do you?
Elijah Mitchell.
You nailed it.
Mm-hmm. He's the back end of the C tier, closer to D, in my opinion.
I think he's in D.
I
Just
agree.
because he did play when he was on the field and healthy. He did get snaps and was not super effective, but was still playing and actually took snaps away from CMC.
Yeah. All right. This guy. Everybody knows this guy. He's been in Baltimore forever.
Oh. Wait. Wait, who is that?
I can't really see the pictures, so
it is Gus Edwards.
Oh, it's Gus Edwards. Oh, F. I don't want to draft him.
Yeah, that's an F.
I put him ahead of Clyde, though.
I take him last round of best ball, second to last round of best ball all the time.
Okay.
But like I said, backfields that are still kind of split, people kind of get worked in. I put him in here just to be safe. Isaiah Pacheco is up next.
C.
He's behind Swift.
Yes.
Okay. The one and only. I'll let Ray name this player. He's your favorite rookie running back outside of Tank Bigsby.
That's Bijan. No. Are you talking about Jahmyr Gibbs?
Yes.
There you go.
Cannot see the pictures.
I know you can't really see the pictures, but
Jahmyr Gibbs right now, if you're talking about a full PPR, A+. If you're talking about a regular half point, I think he's at the middle of the B to the top of the B.
Brennan?
I'd have him ahead of Alvin Kamara and Alexander Madison. Yes. And I had him let's put him I'd put him in the A tier, man. I expect him to get some work. You take him that high, I expect him to get some sort of production.
Now remember, guys, this is strictly fantasy football production.
I know.
All right. James Conner.
Honestly, he's the SoCal there.
Back into the A for sure, right?
Yeah, it's weird, but he's still going to get touches, and he still was getting receptions when they were down by 15 points last year. So
that just threw up my mouth a little bit.
Yeah, I'd rather have James Conner than some of those players. Yeah.
It's true. I can't lie. That's the truth, but sometimes the truth doesn't taste good.
I think I might rather have Alexander Madison with no Kareem Hunt over James Conner, but that's just me.
It's close.
I wouldn't share that.
It's tough. If he's not an A, if he's not an A, he's definitely top of the B tier.
Yes, yeah. I would feel really comfortable with him top of the B.
Everyone in agreement?
I don't know. Close. I put him A. I'd put him in the back end of the A. That's
Ray.
Ooh wee.
I know you can't see the picture, so I'm gonna have a guessing game with you here.
Okay.
This running back has been getting a lot of hype.
If you're asking me and a lot of hype, you're talking about James Cook.
Exactly. So where are we putting James Cook, guys?
The top of the C?
Top of the C right now, and I feel like he has a potential.
Buffalo running backs never get it done, so we're just gonna.
You know what?
I think B is his cap.
I think B is his cap too. I think if I had to put him, I put him ahead of Breece Hall. That was the ceiling, I guess, so to speak.
Yep.
Okay.
Up next, one of our favorite running backs, Javonte Williams.
Ooh,
I put him ahead of Alexander Madison. That's where or even actually ahead of Alvin Kamara. I put him at the top of the B.
I agree with that.
I agree with that. This is also going to be he doesn't really have anybody to really split work with. I'm not worried about Samaje Perine. I'm worried about anything else they have there.
It's all about what Sean Payton does with the offense. So and he typically likes to have two running backs, and so I think Samaje Perine can be viable, but I don't know about being productive. But I expect Javonte to be having a good productive season.
75% of the chair.
I do as well. I think it's more of a 70-30 or 65-45 or 35. Excuse me. Jeff Wilson is up next.
My name is Jeff.
D.
I put him. Yeah. I put him behind. Yeah. because he might be the starting running back in Miami, and it might be
Back to back,
close to it.
huh?
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah, like,
Back to
who
back.
knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fair.
All right. Can anybody guess this guy? This
J.K.
little fella
Dobbins.
here. There you go.
End of the B, because like he's gonna get a ton of running production, but like not a ton of receiving. That's where I'd probably put him.
At this
Actually,
point in
I
time,
don't-
I'd put him ahead of Brees Hall.
Yeah,
I don't know if I would, but I'm probably the lowest on J.K. Dobbins. That's fine.
Okay. Joe Mixon.
I put him right behind Aaron Jones
Yes.
because he's the
Currently.
only guy there. Yeah.
I agree with that as well. Brennan, Jonathan Taylor.
So
Jonathan Taylor, please.
a little bit of news today. He was excused from practice, but it was a family matter, so it's not anything contract related. But he's A plus. Like I get it's fantasy related. It's when he's on the field, he's A plus. You could argue even put in the S tier if you want to.
I was about to say,
Ooh.
counter argument, Ray?
I'm not putting him in S tier right now. I
Agreed.
mean, I get it. Like A plus is fine with me. That's
Above
where he
or behind
belongs.
Bijan?
Yeah.
Behind Bijan, yes.
Okay.
Everybody should be behind Bijan.
Not reporting to training camp. Raiders running back, Ray.
So you're talking about Josh Jacobs. That's disgusting.
There it
I
is.
hate Josh Jacobs so much.
He's A plus. He's A plus.
He
hate
has
it.
to be when
He
he's on the
has
field.
to be when he's on the field. He's A plus.
Yep.
Yeah, we just did the same thing with Jonathan Taylor. You have to do it, right?
Yeah.
You have to.
Yep. If he's on the field, he's an A plus.
Yeah.
Kareem Hunt. We know he hasn't signed yet, but no matter what team, I feel like the reason he's on this list is because no matter what team he goes to, he is going to have some form of fantasy value. And all the teams that he's been linked to or visiting, he's going to kind of probably have a consistent style of fantasy value per se. He's not going to go in and be the one.
Yeah. I put him at the end of the D just because he's not on a team yet. I know he's going to get somewhere. So that's where I feel comfortable taking him because like Damian Harris is on a team. I'd rather have Kareem Hunt than I guess Gus Bradley and Clyde Edwards-Helaire. So
I would like him to be in the seats here, but I get what you're saying. That's fine right now. He's not on a team. I mean, we just did the same thing for JT and Josh Jacobs, but I get it.
Yeah.
It's fine. Leave him in D. Leave him in D. Because we don't know where he's going to go yet.
But that's the problem. The teams that he's been linked to going to, right? The Colts, the Saints, the Vikings, they all have. It's a split backfield no matter where he goes.
yeah.
So if you look at him from Cleveland's perspective, he had a year and a half of good production, then he just fell off.
Yeah, I think that if he went to Minnesota, if he goes to Minnesota, he is the guy. It's not Alexander Madison.
I think I would put him right here at the top of the D tier because I think at this point in time I'd rather have him than the other four people at the D tier. But then when you start getting in the C tier, it's like, would I rather have this dude who I know is on a team or Kareem Hunt? Does that make sense?
But I want to get you guys' gauge on that because Minnesota is a team that he's linked to. Would you not see him as the actual running back one in Minnesota if they signed him?
No, it's
I
Madison.
would.
I think it's Madison all the way.
I don't think so. If they're trying to get somebody to go in front of or to pair with Madison, I have to believe they're trying to get somebody to go in front of him.
I don't.
If they were so sold on Madison, why even bother trying to go get old Kareem Hunt? Why?
Because
they don't feel comfortable with their backfield.
Yeah.
They don't feel comfortable with running with the rookie running back and then whoever else.
Yes.
Uzier, I think it is, and it's like Chandler.
I don't know, man.
Up next, he plays for the Seahawks. He said, "Ouch,
Kenneth
ouch,
Walker.
ouch." Yep. Where do we have Kenneth Walker the third?
End of the B tier. Like I don't know. I put him at the end of the B tier. That's where I'd put him.
Counter Ray.
Yeah, end of the B tier. That feels right. I can't see him in the C tier.
Okay.
No.
Dude who's been linked to be getting a lot of work, looked good in the preseason, did well in the playoffs last year. Kenneth Gainwell.
I'd put him right next to Pacheco. I think he's gonna get a lot more work than people realize.
I agree too. I agree with that.
I would think that they paid Swift, they cashed him out. I think
They did pay him a whole lot of money.
they paid him more than they're paying Kenneth Gainwell.
He's on a rookie contract still, of course.
He's
being
trained
like
for him. They have a capital, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that Eagles backfield is so weird, and like DeAndre Swift's typically not healthy. He always has missed like a couple games in a season. Like Kenneth Gainwell, when he plays, is actually pretty good. People underestimate him that. So I don't know. Like looking at that, I put him behind Montgomery. Take that back. I put him behind Montgomery. I put him behind Dameon Pierce.
I was gonna say I'm probably putting him at the back of the seats here, right next to AJ Dillon.
Yeah, I probably put him ahead. Yeah, I put him ahead of it. Whatever.
I like that.
Yeah, you can do that.
like
I'm in between that. That's where I'm in between Dalvin Cook and Kenneth Gainwell.
Oh,
yeah,
too much. Khalil Herbert.
I mean, he was the starting running back. He was the first one out there on the field during the preseason game with the starters.
You want to know my thought process on this one?
Yeah, I might lean James Cook before him, but
I would go James Cook. His receiving upside is better. I would go James Cook.
Yeah, I agree with that.
All right, up next. Anybody know the next guy?
Miles Sanders.
Correct.
And I would put him. Let's see here. If he's healthy and on the field, I'd put him behind Cam Akers.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. If he's healthy, that's a big if. But yeah, and he's already got a groin injury. I don't know. But yeah.
Yeah. Frank Reich usually likes to have one back. That's what he tends to do. So, and he likes Miles Sanders from his time being in Philly. So, yeah.
All right. Up next, Pittsburgh Steelers running back Najee Harris.
I had a lot of hate for this. Go ahead, Brendan. Go ahead.
I put him ahead of Aaron Jones.
Okay, I wasn't going to go that high, but I was going to put him in the A tier. I was going to put him above James Conner.
I was going to put him right behind Joe Mixon. That's where I was going to put him.
Okay, I think he's better than PPR. If it's full point PPR, it's Aaron Jones. If it's half point, it's Najee. That's where I'm saying. So you can put him behind Aaron Jones.
Okay.
Nicholas Chubb.
S tier.
Yeah, he's fringe S tier A+. That's where I'd feel more comfortable with A+.
I love me some Chubb.
You prefer A+. I'm back into the S tier. I think that even though he's just a pure runner and we've never seen him really catch a lot of balls, he's still in the S tier. He's still great for fantasy purposes.
And now he's by himself. This is it. This is the year. Year.
Raheem Mostert. Just right in line here.
D, F, yeah,
just right in line with the rest of the Miami running backs.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, right in line.
We should have just made a Miami Dolphins tier.
I can put it. It'll be below F.
Yeah, we just don't know.
Rashad Penny, the bubble man.
I mean, he might not make the team. So
that's what I'm saying. Per Aaron. That's what I'm saying.
It's just what I heard, man. It's just what I heard. Okay.
I think he's super talented though, which is weird. So. Back
D?
of the F or back of the D? Sorry.
Yeah, D. Right now.
Right now. Hopefully he'll make the roster. Roschon Johnson.
D.
I think he has a chance to be the starting back, or at least split it with Khalil. So I put him ahead of Kareem Hunt. Well, that's just his high. It's his highest ceiling, but realistically right now,
middle.
I put him behind Devon A-Chain. Yeah. That's probably
I'm cool with that. I couldn't put him any higher because what you're banking on is a hope, and that's a crowded backfield.
Yep. I didn't put Foreman on here just because, like I said, it's already a crowded backfield. He'd probably be around the same there, anyways. They're not a big difference between them.
He'd probably be the highest D.
Saquon Barkley.
I mean,
realistically, A+ for sure.
Yeah, it's A+ for sure, and I think I'd rather have him than Bijan right now. Yes, for fantasy purpose, yes, I know what I'm getting out of Saquon, and he is the offense in New York. So,
I think I'm in agreement. You know what I just realized? I forgot to put Ramondre on this list.
How dare you?
I know. I'm sorry.
Dare you, Ramondre?
We'll cover that when we cover Zeke.
Yeah.
Up next is one of Ray's favorite rookie running backs. Snags him in the last round of drafts everywhere until he was sniped on our most recent episode.
You talking about Tank?
I am talking about Tank Bigsby.
S tier. S tier.
Stop it.
S tier. You can throw him on up there, right in front of Christian McCaffrey.
I'm gonna put him up there just so you can see it one time. Now let's be realistic about it, boys.
Probably a C, and I would have him right around where I think Antonio Gibson is. That's where
I'd
I
have
him.
him. I'd have him right behind Dalvin Cook. He'd take one step above Kenneth Gainwell, but once again, this is on a hope and a prayer. Still not the starter yet. Still splitting backfield work. I'd
You
put him
can
at
put
the
him
back
at
of
the
the
top.
C.
You can put him at the top of the D.
I put him in the back. Yeah, back into the C or top into the D is where I'm at.
I would rather have Tank Bigsby than AJ Dillon. I'd rather have Tank Bigsby than Kenneth Gainwell. I'd rather have Tank Bigsby than I can't see who that last person is. So
That's
I would
Elijah
have
Mitchell.
him. I would much rather have Tank Bigsby than Elijah Mitchell. That's how I view it. But
We'll put Rays into consideration. We'll put him right there.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Pollard.
A tier?
A plus, back into A+.
Okay.
That's
I would take him ahead of Aaron Jones, to be fair.
yes.
Yeah.
So
Begrudgingly.
Travis Etienne.
A tier.
He's at the back of the A tier, the beginning of the B tier.
No,
Would you rather have him or James Conner, Ray?
I'd rather have. Oh,
I'd rather have James Conner.
Okay. Brennan?
I'd rather have Travis Etienne.
I'm in agreement there too.
Mm-hmm. I'd rather
But
have
honestly-
Travis Etienne than Jahmyr Gibbs as well.
No. No, sir. You bite your thumb.
I think
You
we
bite
found
your
our,
thumb at me.
we
Yeah.
found our breaking point right there.
That's it. All right.
Zach
was
Charbonnet.
I'd
C?
middle of the C.
Yeah.
Above or
I
below
like it.
Damian Pierce?
I'd rather have Dameon Pierce.
Yeah.
Above or below Antonio Gibson?
I'd rather have Antonio
I'd-
Gibson.
Above or below Dalvin Cook?
Oh, I guess I'd rather have Dalvin Cook still.
Above or below Kenneth Gainwell?
I'd rather have Kenneth Gainwell.
Above or below Tank Bigsby?
That's where I think it's weird though, because I'd rather have AJ Dillon, Tank Bigsby, and I'd rather have Elijah Mitchell than Tank Bigsby. So he'd be at the end of it for me, honestly. That's where I'd probably.
I could agree with that. Ray?
Yeah, because I think AJ Dillon still has a little more upside right now than Zach does. I think he does, especially because the Green Bay passing offense is probably going to be relying heavy on both those running backs. So that's what we're assuming.
Mhm.
But that's just the only thing I can think of. I don't like Elijah Mitchell. I don't like him in the C tier. I don't like him at all. I want no shares of him. So that's just how I see it.
That's fair. That is fair. All right. So, first and foremost, I'm going to move Zeke's face around for Ezekiel Elliott. And then lastly, I'm going to move Zeke's face around for Ramondre Stevenson. People probably aren't going to pay attention to what I just said. And they're just going to be like, you put Zeke where at the end? It's going to be Ramondre at the end of this. Because I'm a dummy and I was going through and I downloaded his picture. I forgot to upload it. So, Ezekiel Elliott, now on the Patriots. Where do we have him for fantasy purposes?
I'd rather have him than Tank Bigsby and then Kenneth Gainwell, like at that area. That's where he's probably at, because I know he's going to get a ton of goal line work, so he'll be viable for that. But that's as high as I'll go.
Do you want to know what I think his actual fantasy outcome is? Rex Burkhead on the Patriots. That's what I think his fantasy outcome is. That's how I think it's going to be.
I guess I can see what you're saying. It's just I just know it's going to get a ton of touchdowns and then, mediocre work, third down passing. Yeah, that's. I feel comfortable.
You're naming
Yeah,
Rex Burkhead.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. All right. So then Ramondre Stevenson, where would you put Ramondre? I'd put him in the A tier. I would put him
A-tier.
right
I'd put
behind
him-
Joe Mixon.
That's exactly where I was going to have him at, is right behind Joe Mixon.
You guys are a lot higher on him than
So
I am.
Ramondre, let's go
fine.
here. For fantasy purposes, yeah, man.
If Ramondre didn't have Zeke, I'd put him at the A+ tier. I put him in the last one as A+ tier.
So I know you guys can't see. Oh, you can see the mouse now. Right here between Travis Etienne and Joe Mixon is where Ramondre would go. Ray, where would you have? You'd say it'd be a B?
I'd have Ramondre after James Conner right now.
I wouldn't.
Oh, yeah.
Ramondre's a way better athlete than James Conner.
The Ramondre is going to get much less valuable work than James Conner is.
I don't believe that. I mean,
I
for the
don't
last
know.
6 years in fantasy football, no one's known what Bill Belichick's going to do with his running backs. And then when he does have a one, yeah, the other people muddy it up inside the 20s, but his number one go-to is always on the goal line.
Unless you fumble the ball, then you're out for the rest of the game.
It's true. So Ramonde might be a little risky, but I am taking him above this back half of the A's and the rest of the B's. So
That's a good way to put it. I think that he is a risk and reward player. You could hit and be swimming in gold, or it could be the Patriots same old story, and now you've got a muddy backfield with people you ain't ever heard of getting carries that shouldn't, and that you can get one or the other. Ramondre's scary.
That's weird. So when we break it down in a tier list like this for fantasy purposes, it's really weird to look at like just how many elite running backs there are, and then how quickly it turns into like, oh, this is a crapshoot. Either this dude's going to be really good or not. And I consider that the A tier. I consider the A tier to be like a crapshoot. Like if this player hits for me in the 4th, 5th round, I'm going to be good, but chances are they might not, and then I'm going to be SOL.
Yeah, I agree.
That's just how I see it.
Yeah.
But guys, please be sure to let us know in the comments below what you guys think. Sorry I didn't put Ramondre on here. Pretty sure I hit almost everybody else, though. Ramondre is really the only big name that I missed as of now. Let us know what you guys think down below. Let us know where you would have some players ranked, especially some of the more like, hey, we'd have them here, we'd have them there. But you know how it goes. So, but other than that, anybody got anything else?
I got nothing.
I got nothing else. Ray's got nothing. So you know what that means, guys. As always, please be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Let us know what you think down below, and also just say, hey, add me, and you'll have a chance to win a free $100 in the listener league that we're going to do. Costs you nothing to enter other than your time, and you have to be at the draft. But until next time, see you later.